All right, hello everyone, and we are going to get underway here with the Masters revisions today. And I'm looking at hole one in my bag right now, just trying to get everything in order. In terms of, I mentioned yesterday, I really had a good win to go for it, and I might go for it here. I really don't know. It's really going to be wind dependent. We'll set up to go for it. I'll come in Master Division here. And see what my bracket looks like, see if it's filling. Oh, geez. Looks like I'm getting a lot of people that might not qualify. I see at least probably 3. I'm a little on the fence about qualify, not qualify. So we'll just see how that works out. And because I do need to make sure that I have revisions for you guys tomorrow. So I do have to make sure that I do not go forward with this round. But if you have the wind, if you guys want to take a look at my last revision, if I have a wind like that, in my opinion, it's favorable to go for the green. You might get there. You might get on the green. Like, it might actually happen. So with that being said, if you get that version of the wind, that it could be, the choice, the correct choice in that given situation. Aside from that, I did show you guys how to successfully lay up yesterday and just missed the pitch. We can try to go for it again if we don't get a wind that's going to be favorable enough. It really does need to look like yesterday's wind. And if it doesn't, then there's really no sense in going for it. It is a little disappointing that, they make, these type of decisions come down to very wind-dependent situations. And here, I like the angle, but I just don't like the amount that it is. So I guess I'm probably going to waste another globe for you guys because I really want to see a little bit more, 15 to 16 minimum. And there's 5 rings, there's 10. I'm going to try to go right around 5, there's 15-ish. Sorry that it kind of glitched out on me a little bit there. But, 15, 16 rings is going to be kind of the goal. Hopefully I missed that. Oh, it just came up short. And, that's part of the problem that can happen is exactly what you saw right there. It is going to require, a POC 5, a POC 6, a POC 7, guaranteed. You also have to have a favorable wind angle. And as you can see by the way that I was setting up and actually went for that shot when I actually went to hit it, that the wind angle, it was slightly favorable, but not quite as much as you want to see. And that's the reason that you did see me go up to a globe for you guys, is mostly for just your guys' benefit to at least give you guys a landing zone. So it does go to show you that you're really going to need a favorable wind angle, and we can take a look at what the next one looks like. This is basically as crappy as the wind could be. I do think it's a little bit better angle this time. Even though the wind's smaller, I think the angle's more favorable. I'll go for it again because I do think, this wind direction is slightly more favorable. So there's 5 rings, there's 10, there's 15-ish. And let's just see if I can't creep this one onto the front edge here. And you can see that just shows you I'm halfway into the fairway now. And I actually pulled it off. So it just goes to show you the first wind, even though it was 16, was just a little bit too angled. And you just really got to really focus on the wind direction, because there I had a 15 and it launched. It was more favorable than the 16 wind by a mile. I mean, you can see that I landed it a good 8 yards past the other. Like it was significantly. So it just goes to show you the differences between the wind effects and what you're going to be looking for in terms of what it's going to take. Now keep in mind you don't want to try that with anything but a POC 5, a POC 6, a POC 7. So if you don't even have those, don't even bring it. It's like it doesn't even make sense. So with that being said, I'm going to size this up. That's about half club right there. We're going to come in from a half club adjustment, just a slight. So if you're not using my Endbringer with 100 accuracy, but I do have 100 accuracy, so I'm going to play very close to 2 per ring, almost spot up. Since it's kind of like a third club, it's gonna, I'm gonna do a half club would be kind of an overplay, but I am gonna do about half club, which is about 7.58-ish rings. But as I mentioned, I'm not quite half a club, so it might be enough wind. That's still not. So I still should have went just a little bit more. But at the very least, there you guys get to see that. I am going to forfeit out just to kind of get my score down. I don't need a par. I'd rather have a bogey. So just forfeit out real quick and, get you guys started on that hole. But keep in mind what it's going to take in terms of that wind adjustment. You could see I was probably about a third of a club there, and I used my half club adjustment, and it was just shy of enough. I probably needed one more full ring, maybe a ring and a half. So right on 9 rings on that would have been about perfect in a 15 side wind, which is, very much more than what you would expect for a third club. Because you would expect at a third club for my win per ring to be maybe about 1 point, or no, maybe about 3 per ring. Or at least maybe like 2.5 per ring. So the fact that it just goes to show you when you get a side win like that, how many extra rings you have to go. You always have to be thinking about this. I did think, that it was going to be okay. But at the very least, it gives you guys a starting point. And the fact that you can see that that was just a little bit of an underplay there at that spot just means that, if you put on 2 more rings from what I just did, that it'll just suck right into the cup. So good luck there, and catch you guys for hole 2 coming up.